That's how I changed earlier and faster and more efficiently often, which makes me feel good where you want to be, really. Hi, welcome. I'm Danyuan, and I decide to dedicate my life to study the word of self-development. Today, I'm gonna share my experience of the habits that I formed that literally saved my life, keep going on changing my life. I will share the 5 habits that changed my life from almost giving up on my life to keep going on my life. The first habit that really helped me to get out of the dream, to get out of that ditch that I dug for myself, downsizing the algorithm. I was consuming lots of content, lots of information, lots of opinion from other people that came from TikToks, Instagram, YouTube, or even in Netflix. I think you experienced similar situation when you've been watching British TV show and you're really obsessed with it, and that's all you watch in your free time, and that's like 10 seasons of it, and you watch it all over and over because you like it or not, like you don't have anything else to do and you keep watching it. What happens, at least to me, was I started to think in British accent. I started to talking to myself in British accent because why? That was everything I consumed at the period of time. So what we consume is forming how we think. Many of wise men in the history, I haven't been studying much, but even from that little study, I realized so many people, like every people in the book or in the lectures that I consume says we become what we think about. What we consume controls what we think. So we can come to the conclusion of what we consume is what we are. Let's say you watch lots of TikToks about being depressed and you're starting to think that sounds like me. You're starting to resonate with that information. What's gonna happen? You're starting to think a little bit more like depressed person because that's what you resonate with. You want to understand the word of it. And it is so important these days compared to like 80s, because now we live in the world of algorithm. What we're starting to consume is gonna keep popping up in our devices. If you watch baking videos, next time you go back to YouTube, next time you go back to TikTok, they're gonna show you more baking contents because last time you went there, you were there. We really need to use the algorithm in our benefit. Otherwise, it's gonna control us with how we think. In other words, how we live, how we become. You know, when you get contents that you don't like, what you have to do is so easy. You just reject them. You don't go to the comment section and say, I don't really like this, I hate this, I don't know why this keep popping up. Algorithm will translate that into the information. They're gonna think that you're interested in that because you spent time in the content and your effort to comment. We need to really be aware of which algorithm we are in. If that algorithm is where you want to be, what you want to become, not what you think you are. In other words, if you want to be more confident, you might want to get into the algorithm of how to become confident or how I became confident, not why am I so inconfident. Instead of consuming the contents that complaining about your problems, get into that algorithm of talking people how they got out of that system, how they got out of the problem. If you keep watching this, the algorithm will change and the algorithm in your head will change. How you will act will change. How you be will be changed. That's how I changed. I was consuming the normal Gen Z, dark humor content on TikTok. I will scroll to TikToks hours on end. They will all say like, I don't know how I live. We just surviving each day. Our generation is doomed. That was the contents that keep popped up in my algorithm because I was liking those videos and I was spending time on that videos. Opinions became my opinion, and that's how I was starting to lose hope in my life. I mean, you think it's such a light thing, such a small thing you just scroll through one time in your life and you'll never think about. But once that 10-second video keep piling up in your brain, it's gonna become what you can all think about. I changed my algorithm to show me self-development stuff. I didn't like where I was. I didn't like how I thought. So I starting to watch people who overcame that. That's really easy. And I know why people don't do this. Why? Because you don't feel like it's your interest. It is not your interest because you didn't consume it enough. Think about when the Euphoria was really viral on TikTok. First time watched Euphoria TikTok, you might think that is not what you want, that is not what you're interested in. But time and time again, Euphoria keep popping up, gaining more popularity and became viral sounds. You're starting to get curious. What is this all about? Downsizing the algorithm, really consuming the only contents that will improve your life, improve my life, improve my thinking process, really was the turning point of my change. Be aware of what you are in the algorithm. And because I was be aware of where I was in the world of algorithm, and I found where I wanted to be, I found the pattern of the people who didn't have my problem, who overcame my problem, had habits that I wanted to try. First idea that invoked me was making a to-do list. I mean, when you think about it, like, you don't really think you need a to-do list. Like, you can think and you can do. Why do we need to-do list? Now I tried this for a week or a little bit less, but I see such a huge dramatic change. Now when you don't have a to-do list, when I didn't have a to-do list, I have to keep reminding myself the thing I need to do throughout the whole day. And at the end of the day, most of the time I didn't even do the thing that I was thinking about, oh, I should do that. So let's say you ran out of toilet paper. You were thinking, oh, I should get the toilet paper, and you didn't get that day. And next time you go to the toilet, you realize your toilet paper was ran out, and you think again, oh, I should really buy the toilet paper. And then you go to the market, run errands, and you are out there, you could easily get the toilet paper, but you forgot. So you came back home and you realize you ran out of toilet paper again. And this is very common experience, and you'll say that's a really small inconvenience. But what happens is it's occupying our storage unit in our brain. If we didn't have that thought in our head, we could have put more valuable ideas in that space. In other words, the thought of having to buy toilet paper was occupying my brain, and it was not even a valuable idea. When you got the first idea of I should buy the toilet paper, write down in somewhere and forget it about it. You can forget it about it because it's there on the paper. Now when you make a to-do list, your brain will free up for the more information that you need a little bit more. So I was started to write a to-do list, such as get the grocery, don't forget to feed your dog, get the toilet paper, and I erased the thoughts in my brain. I was able to because it was in somewhere in physical form that I don't have to remember, I don't have to remind every day. You will remind what you have to do without using your brain power that much, and you will do the thing earlier and faster and more efficiently. And furthermore, you will free yourself from stressing over why you didn't do the thing. It makes your life so much easier. If you think making a list is a lot of work, or if you feel like it's a lot of work, remember, forgetting what you need to do, stressing over about the fact that you forget it, and you have to remind again, that's more work than just writing out the thing you need to do. That's what I realized, and that changed my life so much. That made my stress to go down so much. Third habit that changed my life: keeping a daily plan. So planning the day ahead is not much but keeping a to-do list of daily tasks divided into hourly to-do list. If you plan the day ahead, or if you plan your day in the morning, you know what you have to do today. What's different from to-do list and daily planning? A day planning is you will plan by the hours. You will realize how much you can get done in an hour, in a day. You will start to appreciate the time you have. What I realized by planning the day ahead was I am less anxious because I know what I have to do and I know how much I can get done, and I get appreciated by more free time. I have more free time. Even though I spend a little bit extra time planning the day, I had same 24 hours before I planning the day, or now I'm planning the day. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. It's not expensive, it's not hard, and it doesn't gonna take you long. And the biggest perks of all of this advantage was I was less anxious. My mental health, everything starts from your mind. Your mental health is most important thing. We have everyday anxiety because we don't know what we gonna do today. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't have to do that. I didn't have to do that, but I did for years because I didn't get to the word of planning. And the first habit that changed my life: daily walk. Daily walk. How many people heard about hot girl walk? I heard about it. I knew it was good for me, but I didn't do it. Why? I just couldn't get myself get into. Why? Because it was not on my I didn't have a to-do list. I didn't write down that I should go on a walk. I didn't plan that I should go on a walk. Do you know what I did to go daily walk? I got a puppy. This is such an excuse for getting a puppy. I knew if I had puppy, then I would go to the walk because she would have to go to the walk. I'm not suggesting that you go get a puppy so you can go for a walk. I mean, if you want to, you can. Now, what's happened that I started to going a daily walk? First, it felt like chore. I didn't want to do it. It was cold outside. I had to get dressed to go outside, but I went there. I went on a daily walk every day. I was always bloated or something like that. My discomfort in my body was gone. So I eat better. I poop better. I went on a walk, and there were people. They would talk to me. I would talk to them time to time. I was starting to having small talks. Social anxiety stopped me from going on a walk. Going on a walk cured that social anxiety, or at least improved. So many people work from home. You never get dressed. You don't know when you showered. You don't know when you did the laundry. When you go on a walk, you will wear the clothes. The clothes will get dirty, and you might feel like get some dirt on you. That makes you to do the laundry often, and made me to change my outfits often, and made me to shower often, which makes me feel good. Last habit that changed my life, and it sounds like so basic, is doing a daily meditation. You know, there's a lot of videos that says meditation changed my life, and I was like, what? You just breathe and like, I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. I didn't want to be alone with my thoughts. What got me into the meditation was actually a girl in the video talking about you take shower in silence and darkness. So you turn off the lights while you're doing a shower, and you don't listen to music, you don't listen to podcasts while you're showering, and visualize or think about something you want to become, or like just observe your thoughts. And that helped her to meditate or get the thing that she wanted. It sounded more practical to me because I wasn't gonna sit still in the room and don't know what to do with my hands. Idea of meditating while doing something, it's gonna sound a little bit silly, but it's really easy point to start. First, it's gonna be warm, and second is you're not gonna wear any clothes, so nothing's gonna bother you. You don't get stir crazy because you are not still. And many people say the sound of water calms people down. You get starting to focusing on the sounds of water, how the water feels, how the temperature feels. That's how I got into the meditation. Once I get familiar with the idea of being in a silent place and being alone with my thoughts, I brought that meditation to my bed. I am still a beginner when it comes to meditation, so I use guided meditation. And recently I am listening to quantum jumping visualization by Bert Gold, and it is so much fun because it is making a fan fiction for yourself in your head. They will tell you what to do and you follow along and you just enjoy. I starting to looking forward to go to the bed so I can visualize myself doing what I want to do. I starting to visualize that I live in a beach house. The point is, what I think it is paint a picture or be in the environment, write the story by yourself, not the opinion of someone else. Don't write the picture of euphoria because you're watching euphoria. Turn that off and lay down in your bed and you can write your own shows in your head. What did I say when I explained the first habit? We became what we think about. You think about good things about yourself and enjoy it. That's when I was starting to looking forward to go to the bed. Before that, so what happened since I started to doing meditation? First was my eyes are less tired because I would close my eyes a little bit longer than I usually would do, and I will spend less time looking at the screen, and that's really good for your eyes. Forget about like spiritual benefit if that's not acceptable for you. Think about the instant benefits. When your eyes feel less tired, you feel less tired. And second, you learn how to be calm. I forgot about how calmness feels like. Meditation brought me back those feelings I can recall whenever I want to. And third, this is more like practical reason, I slept better. I used to scroll my TikTok until my eyes felt like a rock. And now, before I even get sleepy, I will do meditation. I will be closing my eyes in the dark. Usually I will be more relaxed. That's really similar to sleeping. After I finish my meditation, I'll feel sleepy because I did similar thing to being sleepy. Even more so, I was visualizing. What visualizing feels like? It feels like a dream. It feels like dreaming. Our body feels like we're sleeping. So after you finish meditation, I'll feel really sleepy. So I sleep better. I go to sleep earlier. My life became more organized because of meditating. Now, I introduce you to my 5 habits that changed my life. I would say most important habit is everything happened because I was aware of the contents that I was consuming. That was the first step. Pick and choose the contents you consume. It's really a one habit that could change your life. It's so easy to miss. So what I suggest you is, if you feel like my video, how I talk, how I vibe, it's gonna influence you for the better, follow me. I'm gonna be improve myself for the better. Maybe by watching how I do. Like, you might not do everything I do, but just watching what I do may bring the ideas that could change your life. Find out the creators that inspires you rather than the creators that are in the same situation as you. Think about it. Do you want to be in the same situation tomorrow, next year, next decade, till you die? Find the information from someone who is where you want to be. Really, check it out my podcast. The first episode is what do you really want? I said find the creator, find the videos, find the contents, find the information that will change your life to where you want to be. Before you do that, you need to know what you want. So I hope this information, this video helps you. If you want to find out what do you really want, check it out my podcast. Thank you so much, and we will see you later.